Hello my dear students, welcome to CMI's online classes. In today's class, in this video, for the students of Standard 7, we'll continue with Chapter 9 of our English Grammar, the Future Tenses. The Future Tenses means we are going to study all future tenses in this chapter. All future tenses means the simple future tense from the simple tenses, future continuous tense from the continuous tenses, future perfect tense from the perfect tenses, and future perfect continuous tense from the perfect continuous tenses. In our previous two videos on the same chapter, we have already studied the simple future tense and the future continuous tense. And in today's video, in this class, we are going to study the future perfect tense from this chapter. So let us understand what kind of actions are expressed in future perfect tense. तो चलो हम ये जानते हैं, समझते हैं कि फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस में किस तरीके का कामों को हम बयां करते हैं. फ्यूचर मीन्स समथिंग दैट हैज नॉट टेकन प्लेस. ओके, दैट मीन्स फ्यूचर प्लान्स, वो सारे काम जो अभी नहीं हुआ है, जो फ्यूचर में होगा, वो हम फ्यूचर टेंस में बताते हैं. बट परफेक्ट ऑल्सो वी हैव. परफेक्ट मीन्स complete action. Perfect tense expresses the complete action. Future perfect means complete. ओके, सो फ्यूचर में होने वाला भी है और कंप्लीट भी है. तो ये दोनों को हम किस तरीके से समझेंगे. अंडरस्टूड. सो बट बिफोर दैट, बिफोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द यूजेस ऑफ फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर. Sentence structures have been given here: affirmative, negative and interrogative. First we have to understand affirmative, that means positive sentences. How do we write sentences in future perfect tense? The affirmative sentences. First we have to understand the structure of affirmative sentences. Then we will understand how to transform those affirmative sentences in the future perfect tense into negative and interrogative. First, the most important is affirmative. So here, if you see here, the examples given here, like I will have eaten, you will have eaten. Okay, if you see here, you will see only the required verb forms along with subjects are given here. But let us understand the complete sentences when we write a very meaningful sentences, okay, in the future perfect tense. So here, affirmative is, if you see the structure of affirmative sentences, this is subject plus perfect है, future है. I have already told you that if we are writing any sentences in any future tenses, then we have to use will or shall. So we have to use will or shall because it is future tense. Will or shall. Will or shall. After that, perfect tense है, तो मैंने बताया कि perfect tenses में हम to have verb plus be3 are used together in perfect tenses. तो हमें perfect tense यूज करना है. तो will और shall के बाद, जैसे मैंने बताया कि will और shall के बाद जब भी कोई भी verb आता है तो हमेशा वो V1 होता है, बेसिक फॉर्म ऑफ द verb होता है. तो if we are using to have verbs, तो हमें यहाँ पर have यूज करना है, because have itself is V1 of to have verb. Okay. After that, V3 form of the verb. V3 means past participle form of the verb. After that, rest of the sentence. See, if you see these examples, you will not see the rest of the sentence part of the sentences here. So here, if you see the examples here, from here and here, this requirement is given here, because this is the most important thing we have to understand. Rest of the sentences we can add any part of the sentences, any word, but what we have to understand, the most important thing is given here in examples. Okay, understood? Subject plus will or shall plus have plus be3 plus rest of the sentence is the structure of sentences in affirmative form in the future perfect tense. Okay, now when you change the same affirmative sentences into negative sentences, here what is the main verb here? B3. So before B3, when you use not, then it will become the negative sentences in future perfect tense. That means subject plus will or shall plus have plus not plus B3 plus rest of the sentence. Now this is the sentence structure of the future perfect tense, but in negative form, because we have not before the main verb and after the helping verb. Okay, now see here, when we again change these sentences into interrogative by using helping verb, so the main helping verb is, so here this is somewhere wrong, so we have to use not plus have. Okay, that means I will rewrite this sentence structure. I will rewrite the sentence structures in negative form whenever we write them in future perfect tense. That is subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus B3 plus rest of the sentence. This is the structure of negative sentences in future perfect tense. Now, if we change these sentences into interrogative, will or shall are used as the helping verb here. Now, as I've already told you so many times कि जब भी हम helping verbs लगाकर interrogative sentences बनाते हैं तो helping verbs सबसे पहले आता है. तो will or shall, okay, plus subject plus have plus B3 plus rest of the sentence. This is the structure of interrogative sentences in future perfect tense. Okay. Now, this is the structure of interrogative sentence in future perfect tense, but in positive form. Now, when you use not before have after subject, then it will become interrogative sentences in future perfect tense, but in negative form. Okay. Now, let us understand the uses of the future perfect tense. We use the future perfect tense to talk about a completed action that will be completed before a given moment in the future. So ऐसा काम जो फ्यूचर में होगा, लेकिन कुछ ऐसा समय दिया जाता है कि उस समय से पहले वो काम कंप्लीट हो जाएगा इन फ्यूचर. ओके, जैसे तुम्हारे आने से पहले मैं वो काम फिनिश किया होगा. इस तरीके का सेंटेंसेस को हम, इस तरीके के एक्शंस को हम फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस में एक्सप्रेस करेंगे. हुआ नहीं है, होगा, लेकिन किसी समय से पहले या किसी दूसरा एक्शन होने से पहले वो काम कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. अंडरस्टूड? लाइक हियर, दे विल हैव क्लीन्ड आउट द अपार्टमेंट बिफोर दे हैंड अस द की. दैट मीन्स दे हैंड अस द की. So whenever we write future perfect tenses, sentences in future perfect tenses, the another action before which the actions in future perfect tense will be taking place, the another action will be expressed in simple present tense. Like they hand us the key. This is simple present tense. Okay. By the time we reach, this is also the simple present tense. Mother will have cooked dinner for us. मतलब हमारे पहुंचने से पहले मम्मी क्या कर चुकी होगी? डिनर पका चुकी होगी. अंडरस्टूड? पकाया नहीं है, हम पहुंचने वाले हैं, लेकिन हमारे पहुंचने से पहले क्या होगा? मम्मी पकाने का काम फिनिश कर चुका होगा. अंडरस्टूड? द बॉयज विल हैव रिटर्न्ड फ्रॉम कॉलेज बाय 5 o'clock. मतलब 5 बजे से पहले रिटर्न नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन 5 बजे से पहले वो रिटर्न हो चुका होगा. Understood? I hope you have understood. Now let us understand the sentence structure. I have already explained you the sentence structure. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus be3 plus rest of the sentence. This is the structure of affirmative sentences in the future perfect tense. Like I will have eaten. Subject plus in place of will or shall we have will. But because of this modern English, we use only will, but we use shall also in some cases. Okay, will have eaten. After will or shall have B1 of have verbs, eaten B3. Okay, I will have eaten before you come. So rest of the sentence we can add before you come. I will have eaten before you come. तुम्हारे आने से पहले मैं क्या कर चुका होगा, मैं खा चुका होगा. Okay. Now negative is I will not have eaten. So I told you that after will and before have we have to use not. And the sentences in affirmative form in the future perfect tense will change into negative. Okay. Now the same sentence when we change it into interrogative, will is the helping verb. Okay. So will I have eaten. So subject comes between will and have. Will I have eaten. Understood? Now this is interrogative sentence in positive form. Now when you write this sentence, interrogative sentence in negative form, it will become will I not have eaten. So before have we have to write not. Before have we have to write not. Will I not have eaten. Like you will have eaten. Affirmative. You will not have eaten. Negative. Will you have eaten. Interrogative, positive. Will you not have eaten? Interrogative, negative. He will have eaten. Affirmative sentence. He will not have eaten. Negative sentence. Will he have eaten? Interrogative but in positive form. Will he not have eaten? Interrogative in negative form. Okay. So I hope, my dear students, you have understood the uses of future perfect tense. You have understood the sentence structures in affirmative, negative, and in interrogative, both negative and positive. So this much is the explanation about future perfect tense. I hope you have understood the uses and the sentence structures in all affirmative, negative, interrogative, both positive and negative. But still, if you have any kind of doubts regarding the expression of actions in the future perfect tense, kindly clarify your doubts. Raise your doubts during the class period and clarify your doubts. So this much for today's class, my dear students. Thank you so much for attending my today's class. We will meet in the class period and we will clarify all the doubts there. Thank you so much, my dear students. Thank you so much.